Aquarius, hi, how are you? I'm just coming on in here because we have a full moon coming out on November 19th. And it's going to be a full moon in Taurus. So we're going to do a reading to see what you may have manifested between the new moon to the full moon. And see what you might still need to get rid of to make space for what you want to bring in, the new. Alright. And it's got an eclipse with it too. So it's, yeah, full moon in Taurus with a partial eclipse. And the eclipse itself is supposed to be like, they're usually only like an hour and a half or so, but this one's going to be like 3.5 hours. But that seems pretty pertinent to me. But anyway. Okay. So what can we tell Aquarius for this full moon in Taurus? Hey! You popped up. What'd you think? That was neat. Okay. Alright, so we got the Star, the Eight of Swords, the Eight of Wands, the Two of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Two of Swords. Alright, Aquarius, let's see what we've got going on. Oh, yeah, first things first, that was you. And this is like, this was in the spot of what are you trying to manifest? What are you trying to create? And I feel like you're trying to create like perfect balance and rejuvenation, wishes. Yeah. Right. So apparently whatever it is that you were thinking of now might be something that you have going on in your life that you're wishing on these things and you're hoping that things turn out in a certain way. But right now, where your current energy is, that you're feeling kind of stuck. It's almost like a mental stuck, or it's definitely not physical, but it's like a mental stuck in your head. You are stuck in a situation because of maybe you're waiting for whatever these wishes are that you are trying to manifest, and you feel stuck until it does. Because I mean, you probably could really like work it to the point where you could get out of it, but if sometimes you have that mental block and it's just you can't. So you're waiting for your wishes, and until it gets here, you're gonna be stuck. Now I do see what you speed. What is very apparent to you, or what is really clear to you, is that you need something to happen fast. You need messages to come through fast. You need action. There's like paperwork, or something has to come through, like a communication that needs to come through a lot faster than it is. Maybe you've been waiting on something for a long time, and at this point maybe you're just really impatient. But I don't know what your situation is, but you've been waiting, you've been thinking of something. Oh my gosh, I could have this, and maybe I could have that, and regardless of what it is, but you're, for whatever reason, you're in a mental stickness. You like that? A mental stuck because of that. And then what you really, really want to happen is for these things have to happen fast, or just a lot faster than they are. And I do see what you want to, what you need to release is the Two of Cups. Now that just seems weird to see that in the part where you're going to give it up. So I don't know if this is a relationship that maybe it's not working for you anymore because of whatever reason it could be. And maybe it could be a friendship. Could be like, maybe you had a friend and you don't hang anymore. You don't have that much in common anymore. and you kind of like drift apart, but yet that's still for some reason that it's clinging to you, not so much that they are, but the feeling of them is. Or this could be a romantic relationship, and maybe things aren't working out the way you hope they would, or they're, that as as people change, sometimes, you always don't vibrate on the same frequency. And, and that can affect relationships too, because if somebody's kind of like, vibrating them high and the other one's not moving at all, it could slow things down. But what I see is you're going to be able to help move this out of your, if it is a relationship, it's this ability to be content on your own. So if you had, if you need, for whatever reason, like if you needed this relationship to make you complete, and I feel like if you have that completeness in yourself, if you were able to bring that about where you can be complete in everything, like, not even so much with all like money, it's not even so much that, it's just the being able to be like content and happy in your own skin, and not having to worry about other people's thoughts about it. Like she's very, very secure, she's content, and like even if she's not with all kinds of dollars, something about the way she feels about herself, it might be what's going to help you release this relationship or this Two of Cups, because you don't want to have to depend on somebody else to make you whole, to make you to be like where you're not saying, well, they're with me, so I must be worth that. That kind of feeling, that's what that feels like. Like, so not that they're bad people or nothing like that, but you put so much of your own self-worth into who you're with that you lose your self-worth. I mean, nobody else probably was thinking about it. You're doing it to yourself. Aha. And that's why you're stuck. Yeah, if you're doing that to yourself, then you're going to be stuck. And you have to be able to get to this point in your life, for you, all, like a lot of self-care and, making sure that you're taking care of yourself, and others if you have responsibilities towards others, but definitely being able to feel strong, confident, and loving yourself, and knowing you are worth it, whether you have this or not. Yeah. Now we do have the Two of Swords, and this is like additional resources that you can use to help as you let go of whatever you're letting go of. And I feel like if this is a situation that you're in, you're going to, you need to sit back. You don't want anybody else's opinions. You just want to be able to sit and think, like, analytically, and, all kinds of brain power, not using emotions, not using heart, and you're trying to make a decision based on just facts. Yeah, just the facts. And I think that's what would help you to let go of the relationship if you have to, if you need to, for whatever reason, is because you're basing it on facts. You just don't want to get your emotions all too carried up in it. Because I can't even imagine what this relationship, well, I mean, I could. It's easy to imagine it, but it's definitely, and if it might not even be just like it has to leave, it just might have to be okay, you could be in this relationship, but you can't have your self-worth tied to this relationship. You get that? So yeah, if like you're married, you're in a happy relationship, whatever. Don't be going like, oh no, I gotta get rid of you. The moon said so. No, this I feel like it's your self worth cannot be tied up with this relationship. So I think that's where this actually comes in more. It's more like, yeah, you still want to just you don't want background noise. You don't want to have to think about what anybody else is saying to you, but to be able to be true to yourself and make this be your goal. This is your goal, and you just don't want to have to be tied up to that. Okay. And now I wonder with this. Yeah, these kind of look interconnecting because, like, all right, yeah, you had the wishes and the hopes and dreams and everything, and you want some kind of something to happen faster, pushing forward, message and stuff. But I think it's kind of like still, it's attached to it because if your whatever you were waiting for came through faster, then you wouldn't need to feel like you needed to be with this person to be worth anything. Whatever this was. And if it resonates with you, that you would understand. All right, let's see what we got. I don't know why this one keeps coming up. All right, got loneliness. I don't like this card. It came from, I think I probably said it a million times. I had it at an estate sale, and it didn't have a book, so I'm kind of like winging it. But it says, I know that I'm never alone. This card keeps coming up. I don't like it. I don't like it, so I'm going to pull another one. And it's not just for you guys. I think I've pulled it like 3 other times. So I'm like, but why? Imagination. There you go. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. Well, there you go. All right, and you're never alone. How's that? All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the reading. I hope it made sense to you. If you can give me a thumbs up, share, subscribe, I would really appreciate it. And see, so the full moon's on the 19th. That's going to have the eclipse. And then we're doing a new moon on December 4th. And then the general reading somewhere in between there. All right, I hope you guys enjoy it, and I will see you again. Bye now.